Hello, namaste. How are you all? I'm fine, hope the same from your side. Today I am having this special guest, Chinu Srinivas. He has been a devotee of Bhagavan Raman Maharshi. And we all know that Raman Maharshi has taught us about introspection, how we have to learn about our own self. Many times nowadays, what happens, we know about everything, but we fail to know about our own self. So, here we are going to learn about our own self, and respected Sir will help us, guide us how to have this introspection. Sir, please.
Namo Ramanaya. I am a devotee of Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi. Bhagavan's teaching is very simple. It is the most direct teaching of all our Upanishads put together. He said, if you know yourself, you would know everything. So, who am I is the principal teaching of Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi. Publications of Who Am I are available in all the languages you can think of: Tamil, English, Gujarati, Marathi. They're all free downloads. For those earnest seekers who want to know more about the life and teachings of Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, please download the app. It is called Mountain Path. It looks like this. It's a free download on both Android and iPhone. There is also another website called the Daily Parayana, and there you can participate in the prayers every day in the language of your choice: Gujarati, Marathi, Hindi, Sanskritam. You will get an idea of the daily prayers at Ramanashram. A very important event which happens every year in the there are two major events, I would say, that happen at Ramanashram. One is the Advent Day, which is 1st, 2nd September of every year, the day when Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi arrived in Tiruvannamalai in the late 1800s. That day is, those 2 days, these days, are celebrated every year. In addition, you have Tiruvannamalai, which is known for Arunachala Hill, the sacred hill where Kartigai Deepam is lit on top of the hill. It's on, this year Kartigai star is on 4th of December 2025, and you would have thousands and thousands of people visiting Arunachaleshwara temple, walking around, doing the parikrama, what we call Girivalam, around Arunachala Hill. In recent years, my wife and I and our family and friends, we've been drawn towards a Tamil saint called Chenkotai Avadayakal, whose songs were sung by Bhagavan's mother, Aragammal. It is only through Bhagavan that we came to know that the sage Avadayakal, he used to say Avadayammal, had existed, lived some 325 years ago. She was born the sage was born in Chenkotai. She was widowed at a very young age. And as in those days, the Brahmin orthodoxy, she had to conform to that. Fortunately for all of us, I would say, a visiting sage to Chenkotai, Sri Sridhara Chandrasekhara Ayyaval, passing through the village, comes this young widowed Avadayakal, falls at his feet. There's different versions of how she got Diksha and blessings, can be seen in many publications. Now, for those interested for knowing more about Avadayakal, there are a few articles in the Mountain Path which you can download and read on Chenkotai Avadayakal. They're both written by an academic from Delhi University. Dr. Kanchana Natarajan. She's also written a book uh, on Avadayakal. The title of the book escapes me at this moment, but if you do a Google search for Kanchana Natarajan, you'll find her book. Now, coming to this Avadayakal, um, there's a Tamil book called Sri Avadayakal Padal Thirattu, collection of her songs and her Vedantic teachings. In recent years, we've had discourses on Sri Avadayakal, uh, having discovered the writings of Dr. Natarajan in Mountain Path and the book. Transgressing Boundaries is the title of the book. Transgressing Boundaries by Dr. Kanchana Natarajan. So, anyway, coming back to Sri Avadayakal, in recent years we've been having programs, a one-day program or online program of a pravachanam on the life and teachings of Avadayakal. The first one was done by Sri Nochur Venkatraman, who is now a Swamiji, taken up sannyas. There were discourses by Srimati Vishaka Hari. There was also one on Akal and Abangs by Sivashri Skanda Prasad. And last year there was one by Dushyant Sridhar. In between, we've also had classical Carnatic music concerts by Vidushi Nisha Rajagopalan, Vidushi Gayatri Venkatraghavan, and an ensemble of musicians led by Vidwan R.K. Sri Ram Kumar. Now, yesterday, for those of you who were here at Sri Swami Dayananda Saraswati's ashram, in the Sannidhi last evening, Swami Keshavananda sang a beautiful little song, and the song is titled Brahmanandathai Kandu Pesade Maname. Having reached Brahmanandam, that supreme bliss, oh mind, please don't talk, keep quiet. Now keep quiet, be silent, where the essential teaching is the essential teaching of Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi. There are many publications on how life was in Ramanashram prior to Bhagavan shedding his mortal frame on 14th of April 1950. And there are many publications and articles which you can download and read for free, or buy some and read them at your leisure. But at the core of all these readings, the quintessential message is be silent, go inwards. Now, having used the word go inwards, there was once a scholar who had come to Sri Bhagavan and said, I have read this book, I have read that book, but I don't know where I'm going. And Bhagavan listened to this person in patience and politely told him, Vanda variye po, go the way you came, is the translation. So this man was a bit upset and, going aside, he spoke to a few people and he said, look, I've come all the way to get some guidance, and this man here, not knowing sage Ramana at that time, says, go back the way you came. What does he mean by all that? He was a bit agitated. And these people explained, look, it takes time for you to understand this message. Bhagavan was very polite. You're one of those few lucky ones to get a direct instruction from Bhagavan. What he means by that is go inwards. That's how we come. Our vasanas, our views, our previously inscribed thoughts in the mind come out spontaneously in our daily interactions. Put them all aside and go back to where you came, which is the source. That is what, be it the Bhagavatam readings, ultimately it is each one on his or her individual journey to realize their own self. Now, Bhagavan would say, look, there's no such thing called self-realization. You're already that self. Just understand that you're yourself and deal with diversity when you have to deal with diversity, but in the context that you are that happiness, that Brahman, that consciousness, that is what we all are. So just understand that and dwell inwards, keep words to the minimum, be silent. That's the quintessential teaching of Sri Bhagavan. Now, a lot of people, every one of us, in each in our own individual capacity, we are on our personal journey. It is not a question of saying that I'm ahead, you're slow, you're super fast. No such thing. Each one, according to his own previous karmas and stage in life, makes progress. As long as their direction is right, they know where they're going. On this journey, once we embark on this kind of journey, whichever path we take to go inwards, it's ironic that we take a path to go inwards, leaving that aside. The important thing, I think, is to be on that right journey and continue. There may be some perturbances, disturbances coming off and on, but to accept them and then move on. Everything is Ishvara, everything is Bhagavan. Now, some people are curious to know as to when they will get there. Now, for that, I have an interesting story. I think it is interesting. I say with a smile that, look, we are all on this journey, and I know we will reach that spot where we think we have got there on our 29th day. And then everyone asks, what is this 29th day? So I say, imagine there's a pond. First day that is one lotus, second day 2, third day 4, 8, 16, 32, keeps multiplying. And on the 29th day, this pond is half full. Then you ask the question, how many days more is required for the pond to be full? Somebody will say 15, but it's actually 30 because it doubles every day. So if this pond is full with lotuses, half full on the 29th and full on the 30th, all of us are moving towards our 29th day. But this 29th day is not just in this life, it could be over many lives. For some, like Bhagavan, he just arrived at that spot when he was 16 or 17 and he realized. So each of us have our individual journeys. Maybe this is our lucky journey, maybe the next, maybe the one after that, we don't know. But we're all heading towards that 29th day. And that's the way for youngsters looking for some numbers and some quantification. This is what I say humorously. And I'm, on my own journey, in my own time, in my own way. That, I think, is what all of us can learn, that there's no right or wrong, just be on the journey. Make that sankalpa, make that commitment, and be on it.
Everyone is right. I feel, isn't it? Everyone is right in his own
in their own way.
In their
Who
own
are we
way.
to judge?
Yes.
Who are we to judge?
Yeah. Thanks a lot, sir.
Hari Om.
Thanks.
Namo Ramanaya.